Hello, here is a 2 handicap game played in the Osaka League that White won very comfortable by 18.5. The game was rather peaceful in general, with maybe one critical fight on the bottom side where White took the lead. And there was an interesting fight in the top left corner that White could do better actually. So let's get into it. Omoku, then attack the corners. So far so good, typical handicap style game. Well, here White could put pressure at e16. That's the follow-up when you play a move like c15. And after that, decide whether to attack on the left or the inside approach. In this case, it's interesting to play c6 and then extend back to e10. So you set up a moyo using the pressing move of e16 and f16. Well, Black could do the same. So actually, let's go back to the original game. Black approaches, then inside Kakari, that's fine. Now, Black could actually put pressure on the right. So, the common follow-up is to simply block and keep the territory, then pincer J3. So, J3 or K3, K4. This move serves as an extension for the tiny wall that Black is developing on the right, but in the same time, it's a pincer against F3. So, that's an option for Black here. But Black decides to pincer the top left corner. Now we have a common Joseki. In fact, Black can also consider this push and cut, which is going to lead to a trade Joseki. So both Black and White are giving up one stone. Black develops the top, White goes for the left side. Well, nowadays we see the one space jump more often than the C11 low extension, but it's still Joseki. So White decides to go for a double Kakari here. Wait, let's go back a few moves. So Black defense, Nobi jump. Now usually here White just plays a move like C10 or C11 to counter pincer C13, but it's also a nice idea to go for a double approach, low or high. So in this case we see the high approach, Black comes out, that's good. And then Nobi, very good for Black to play the bamboo joint here, otherwise things can get very complicated after the cut. And now White goes into the corner. That's very big. Actually, White can also slide c2. It's pretty much the same thing, d3 or c2. So what happened here, Black played Hane in the corner, but in fact Black could Hane c6. So this way the d6 stone is getting weaker. Now with this Hane, the block is good too. Tiger mount is fine. White should play Atari first. This is usually a center exchange, and it's important because Black becomes a little heavy here. That's an empty triangle first of all, and now White can play away. For example, pincer like this, or what happened in the game, pincer on the bottom. The thing is, later on, when Black captures this stone, you play Atari in the corner, Black will go down or take right away, usually descend. Because after Black takes, at some point in the game, if the group gets surrounded, White can even start a ko in order to ruin that eye. So it's better for Black to descend. But the thing is, having these exchanges on the board, White doesn't have to connect d2. White can play away again, and when Black cuts here, later in the end game, you fight the ko with this Atari. So Black takes, then you play a ko threat, then you come back, you take it back, and so on. But if you don't have those exchanges in the corner, so let's say, like it happened in a game of pincer here, Black is very happy to block like this. Then Black can also capture d2, and the shape in the corner is much nicer for ice formations. Therefore, it's good to play one Atari and then play away. You don't need to connect here right now. You can just play a pincer, because this pincer, when Black comes out and then you descend, you already have a nice base on the left side. So back to the original game. Black jumps out with a 2 space. It's very loose, and also some sort of old-fashioned Joseki. But here, White got a pretty good result. So this Atari is maybe a bit overplayish. Normally just Nobi, Black goes down, then White can extend, and it's actually quite fine for both. But well, when White plays Atari here, White wants to make to force Black into a bad shape. So Black connected here, and it's kind of heavy, and this is a gain for White. So Black should play with fighting spirit. Atari from the outside, sacrifice this cornerstone, Atari again, and then connect somehow. Probably here, Q5. If white plays this move, then pincer on the right. So it's a trade actually. Black gives the corner, but goes for the right side. Playing the connection, it just feels very heavy for black. So white obviously gained from this exchange, Atari connect. But in general, black should resist with R5. So show more fighting spirit in that local fight. So black is looking for a base, obviously. This is good, and runs out. Well, that jump on the forward line is quite big, but there are more urgent moves. So first of all, Atari here, it's still good. And then the pincer on the left, somewhere, C11, C10. Because this group on the right side, it's already safe for white. So if white pushes a couple of times here, and then pincer, and let's say black surrounds, it's not such a big deal. White can come inside and so on. But the left side, it's important to be settled. So back to this, white is gaining territory on the forward line, the line of victory. That feels good. Now here things are a little bit dangerous for white. This Tsuke and crosscut was a bit too much. Normally just jump out. If black jumps along, you have this kind of move, threatening a cut. This can give you some I shape, then jump again. Black will do the same, then peep. Black connects and jump again between the groups. So it's easy to escape because now black has to run too. So what happened in the game? Okay, then crosscut. This can be dangerous because we will see. Atari here, it's an option. White normally has to go out, and then black can Atari and cut this way. And if you come out again, he will push through and push again. So now black is actually attacking several groups. This bottom group is in danger. These stones on the right are separated, and the groups in the middle. So white is actually running everywhere. So black missed a big opportunity here on the bottom side. Just going down, not so amazing. And the thing is, on this Atari, if white decides to play Atari like this, then Atari under, this leaves some cutting points and co, but it's good enough for black to cover, which is Sente. And even if black connects, white connects, then black extends here. Black has a nice wall and is going for a big move on the left side. These three stones are now floating. So this would be much better than the actual game for black. But black went down, white Atari. So now white's plan is like this. If black comes out just around the bottom, let's say here or here, so it's a success. So black again plays Atari to go out, which is good. And now Atari and go for a ko. But it's not necessary. I mean, it's easier to play Atari here. If white plays this Atari, black captures, white needs to leave in the corner. And then compared to the game, white again is separated and has less points. And now black takes center to extend on the left side. So this will be an important turning point in the game for black. Atari here leads a ko to a ko fight. But black should capture the ko. Now where is white's threat? Probably push through in the top. But if this happens, black can Atari here first and then fill the ko. Now white has to follow through with the ko threat. Then black can block here and also kill the bottom. And also these stones are kind of dangerous for white. So black connected, white connects, and this is a success for white locally. But here, black can play one Atari in center and then extend on the left side. The Hanet K6 is not necessary. If white jumps, black can also jump out with the other group. So this Hanet is maybe to help the group on the right, but white can always block here one time in center, then play some other thing. Actually, that Hanet will come. Now shoulder hit, it's an option to put pressure, but a piece like this is still good. I mean, if black comes out, anyway, the two stones in the top, they can handle with an attach or a push. But right now, you can push here, then make a base for the group on the left side. So shoulder hit, then the follow-up should be just Nobi. Put some pressure, then Hane, white will get ahead, black will play something like this, and pull back to secure the wall. Anyway, the fight that's coming in the top left corner, it's also very good for white eventually. So here, well, the proper move would be to connect like this, black goes down, then jump out, black needs to jump along. Easier way. If black jumps in between, white can Hane, then when black plays here, push through and cut this way. not so great for black. This attach is a little bit tricky. It's better to play just a one space jump, and we will see what happens with the push and cut. Here, white missed a big opportunity. So when black cuts like this, the push is playable, but actually it's not necessary. You can just Atari, black goes down, and now it's a very simple move. You just descend in the top, because this creates MI between push through at f17 or descend b15. So catch two stones or the other two, which means if black protects here, you can just capture the two stones on the left. Well, it's possible to push once, Atari, force black into a heavy shape, and then take them. If black defends the left side, then you push like this, and you capture the other stones. So either way, black is in trouble. Black can't save both. And if you start with a push here, it should be the same thing. So cut first, then go down. Now again, we have A and B MI for white. So this would be actually a collapse on black, but white was kind and cut the outside. Now no B, because the ladder doesn't work. But in this case, black can protect like this or like this. So white really missed an important opportunity. And in fact, if white plays this Atari and then go down, now black has to capture this stone. White again will take the stones on the left side. If black plays here, white will no B, and now it's 4 against 3. So these stones are captured. Even in the last moment, white could still manage a nice catch in the top left corner. So that's good to remember. This means that it's 1-1 on opportunities missed. First of all, black could destroy white here in this fight with the core and everything, and then white could do the same in the top left corner. Now back to the peaceful building style. The way to capture this stone, it's either proper h16 or Kema j16, because if black plays moves in the middle, approach like this, it doesn't hurt white so much. I mean, white can still develop in the top and chase those guys in the center. But if you play the Kema this way, black can approach j16, then go down, then extend in the top. So the way white captured that stone, it was more expensive. Lots of stones invested to take that one. If you play just the proper move, like net, direct net, black can peep once, white captures, and it's not so powerful in the top. I mean, this j17 can still be attacked later on. Now we proceed with simple moves. Black usually here needs to double up. It's a solid formation, especially with n17 in place. Then jump out is good, builds a lot on the right. Well, for white it's also interesting to play a move here to threaten the invasion. Yeah, this is a move to use the edge of g17. So obviously white needs to answer. This is good. Block, so black needs to go up or down, and then you can play away. Nice idea to invade the top. There's a lot of agi there, so this is a forced variation. Yeah, difficult for black. I mean, black can play Atari, white captures, then when black plays here, white connects underneath. This way, black is losing the two stones in the top. That's expensive. Well, of course, black could run out, but white will do the same and then trash the middle. Already, white looks good because white got profit on the right, the bottom, the top, so it doesn't feel like a two handicap game anymore. So at this stage, it feels like black is really struggling. So Nobi surround the top, that's nice. It's a bit better for black to invade, because when white plays here, black has the option to connect underneath and erase more points. Oops, that's a misclick. Playing this forcing move is more like a thank you move, so white fixed the right side and black is not going to gain so much from p12 later on. Yeah, it's hard to really enclose the center. I mean, if black plays a move here, white obviously will come from the middle. So center, it's never as big as it looks. Very good to Hane and go inside. This is nice too. So reduce that center. This cut may be a bit too much. It's not even necessary. Just Nobi here. Force black get the neutral points, Atari once, then block the left side. It's already good enough and seems like an easy win. Oh, but here black got in trouble. Almost survived. It's actually good timing to play Atari like this. If black Atari from behind, you catch two stones and make a lot of profit in center. And if black responds, then you come out, and now the group is still in a lot of trouble. Like it happened in the game. Yeah, so Peep or Atari, it's actually pretty much the same. When you Atari and black connects, you can gain an extra point on the side. Otherwise, later black can push here at Q8. So that's the slight difference. Yeah, black found a way to leave, but super painful. Black is already alive. This stone, it's not even necessary to be connected because it's alive in center. So instead of connecting, you better play push and connect here. I mean, this Atari would be black center all the time, and this creates some agi, cutting points, and so on. Here, black can take away the eye from P1, connect, and now black plays this move and just builds 2 eyes. But it's better to keep all these moves for Cotrets. I mean, this way you can block here to force the eye, and then black will go down one way or the other to make the second eye on the bottom. Nice way to try to use the agi. It's better for black just to play Atari to keep everything connected. But even so, when white comes out, black should Atari here in center and then either block or pull back, because now there is nothing to worry about. I mean, white can play all these forcing moves, but eventually the group is captured. So black is fine and connected. Here, black plays the proper shape and then white escapes. So more damage in the middle. Now it's good just to go down and then think about which attach to play. Yeah, that's a nice catch. In fact, it works to play Nobi, because when black connects here, you Hane and kill everything. And the Nobi will also save the other stone. White, black already, I mean, finally got the block in the corner, but now it doesn't matter anymore. This is okay. So here, when black plays monkey jump, white doesn't have to sacrifice a stone, just block on top. Because black will usually pull back d14 or d15. If black gets ahead, it's a problem. You just cut. So black obviously needs to come back. And then when you block, black also needs to save the 2 stones. So either like this or like this. Therefore, this block was center, and then you catch the 2 stones. And like this, black is not coming inside the T12 area. Then it's very simple just to play the tiger mouth. I mean, it's possible to play moves like this and Atari from behind, but now he doesn't care about 2 stones, because when you take 2, black takes 1 back. But the way to block here, it's more positive, because when black plays this move, you take the stone, and then the monkey jump was really worthless. So here we have Atari, and normally another Atari comes from behind to block the side. But this way, black will play away. And when white pushes here, if black blocks like this, you have Atari from the outside. And if black blocks here, you push this, Atari, cut, take the ko. So it's not so much a loss for black. But now, okay, we have a cut, Atari, then Atari. Actually, black should just push. And now white needs to play something like this, then Tsuke, Atari, connect, and defend. So this way, the monkey jump, it's actually working too good. Yeah, capture. Now it's fine. This is a big separation move on the left side. And here you can play Tsuke, because when this move, Atari, it's all center. When you play the Nobi, it's not 100% center. Well, black block here, but black can play away, and then you jump in center. So it was center in the end. This Atari is nice. And then push through. That's a big point too. Yeah, it's good to Nobi and then block, or fine. So there's one thing that white could play a little better in the middle. Oh, black doesn't have to capture right now. Later on there is some agi with c17 and so on, but for now black can play away. Anyway, the difference is too high to really make a difference. Yeah, to count. But the thing is, I mean, let's calculate what happens. So we have Atari here, for example, take 2 stones, white takes back. Atari this way, white captures. So let's say block black blocks in the middle. If white goes Atari, black can connect. If white goes Atari, black goes here, white goes down, Atari, and there's nothing. And even if white has this liberty taken, white cannot connect. But maybe there is a little problem here. So Atari, take, turn, Hane. But this can be a problem only after the neutral points are filled in the top. So till then, black doesn't have to worry about that. So that was an early defense. Okay. Oh, now actually white can profit. So instead of connection to force black leave, you can hit a vital point, because now when black plays Atari, connect and defend, you go Atari here and then Atari from the outside, and it's impossible to connect. So when black plays here, you catch 2 stones and erase all the points. Now if black reacts in the center, so first let's say this one, you still go for the kill, and again if black defends, you kill everything, and therefore black needs to connect to the top. Then Atari from the outside, he cannot connect. It's a shortage of liberties, so black needs to do this and you catch 3 stones. It's much more profitable than force him make, or her in this case, make twice. So we have this. It's a bit better for black to go down here or here. That will create an eye, but also next black can push for 1 point. This move is not necessary. Connect this way, prevent a center move, then connect here. I mean, if black plays here, you block, if black plays here, you block, that's all. And later you fight the ko. So that's more like a 1 point in gote move. Black can take 1 point center here, then Atari like this. But okay, anyway, it doesn't matter. Oh, this Q1 is not necessary. The groove was alive already. I mean, if black plays here, for example, and white goes Q1, that's still an eye. It's not like black is going to be false. So Q1, it's a 0 points in gote. That was fine, but white also needs to connect this way in order to threaten a snapback later. So when black plays here, white plays this move, black needs to do this. Well, of course, take the ko, but you have a ko threat, take back, and then connect. So now it's kind of finished. Only small moves left. This is not really necessary yet, but okay. Hang on a second. Yeah, so here, you better play this move. Because anyway, black will capture C1 and you gotta play that. So it's like, or let's say you play away, he captures here, you connect. And now, you have a big 1 eye, but black doesn't. Black has only 3 liberties. So even if black plays this move, you go down. Let's say the liberties are all taken. You have so many liberties inside, and black cannot approach. It's 1 eye versus no eye. Playing like this, it's minus 1 point. Then black captures, and you need to connect. So it wasn't necessary to waste this move. But once again, when so much ahead, it's fine. It's amazing that black still played 0-1 thinking the second eye can be forced. So that's pretty much it. Yeah, overall, this game was decided with the bottom fight where white managed to connect everything, and later on this right side became too big and the top too. So there were 2 successful fights for white, where white captured 2 stones here and the 3 stones on the bottom, and also build this nice territory on the right. Also, white could really damage black in the top left corner, but that's a missed opportunity. And well, a few more points in the center. So I hope you enjoyed this review and keep on winning.